Cyberpunk. High-density districts stack concrete, steel, and LED signage into mile-high corporate towers. Elevated walkways, vending machine alleys, and windowless micro-apartments create a visible wealth ladder from street to skyline. Neon ads and holograms supply almost all ambient light, while open cable trays and service drones hint at a city run by private networks, not public agencies. The look combines late 20th century tech anxiety with real places like Shinjuku and Kowloon. Steampunk. Set in an alternative 1800s, steampunk keeps Victorian brickwork and wrought iron but adds oversized boilers, piston vents, and rooftop moorings for airships. Interiors rely on cog-driven lifts, gaslight chandeliers, and brass control panels. Buildings proudly display their mechanics: exposed pressure gauges, rotating fans, and riveted glasshouses, turning rail sheds, clock towers, and conservatories into showpieces of handmade industrial power. Dieselpunk. Dieselpunk freezes architecture in the interwar years. Art Deco motifs meet reinforced concrete, riveted hangars, and wide factory windows. Streets carry armored taxis and dirigible cranes, while power stations resemble temples of raw horsepower. Streamlined moldings, propaganda murals, and external fuel tanks reinforce a culture that trusts engines and heavy oil, not plastics or digital control, to keep civilization moving. Atompunk. Borrowing from 1945 to 1965 design, Atompunk mixes googie coffee shops, boomerang carports, and starburst signage with dome-topped research labs and backyard fallout shelters. Curtain wall offices advertise modern convenience. Pastel diners sell space-age appliances. The style packages Cold War anxiety and space race optimism into suburbs that promise nuclear power, rocket tourism, and leisure, all on the same cul-de-sac. Solarpunk. Solarpunk imagines dense cities that run on renewables. Timber towers carry PV panels, algae facades, and balcony farms. Ground floors replace parking with repair cafes and tool libraries. Warm earth tones, translucent glazing, and visible water recycling pipes signal transparency and shared resources. The goal is to prove that closed-loop systems, community governance, and abundant greenery can let urban life fit within planetary limits. Biopunk. Here, engineered biology overtakes steel and concrete. Walls grow from mycelium, bioluminescent algae-light corridors, and ventilation works like living gills. Structural shells are printed, seeded with cells, then calcify into solid forms that self-heal cracks. Maintenance crews become lab technicians, feeding nutrients and editing genomes instead of tightening bolts. Regulation shifts from building codes to gene patents and microbial safety. Post-Apocalyptic Salvagecore. Salvage architecture appears after central services fail. People weld shipping containers to bridge columns, skin ruins with billboard tarps, and divert gray water to drip systems for rooftop crops. Solar sheets, wind turbine bikes, and makeshift biogas digesters cover basic utilities. Design follows availability, not aesthetics. Each bolt tells a supply chain story, and every surface is chosen for durability, reuse, or quick repair. Brutalist Dystopia. This style exaggerates mid-century concrete modernism under strict control. Windowless facades, recessed doorways, and windswept plazas limit gathering. Inside, low ceilings, fluorescent lighting, and tight corridors aid surveillance. Poured-in-place textures hide maintenance flaws, while outsized columns dwarf pedestrians. Architecture serves as a physical reminder that the institution outweighs the individual. Arcology. An arcology is a single megastructure designed to house tens of thousands. Stacked street decks, indoor farms, water recycling loops, and waste bioreactors aim to cut land use and commuting. Energy comes from roof solar arrays, wind shafts, or geothermal wells. Lifts and horizontal movers replace cars, and facade louvers manage solar gain. Advocates cite efficiency. Critics warn about social friction when an entire city shares one address. Space opera modernism. Scaled for starships, this style extends today's airport logic into orbit. White composite panels curve into hangars, while parametric trusses span gravity-neutral atria. Passenger concourses mix customs, habitat, and diplomacy zones. Blast shield shutters protect viewing decks during launches. Surfaces favor anodized alloys and embedded LEDs, projecting a technologically unified civilization ready for interplanetary exchange. Dark fantasy. Architecture draws on medieval castles but heightens scale and gloom. Tall keeps, flying buttresses, and narrow slit windows perch on cliffs or volcanic ridges. Interiors depend on torchlight, ribbed vaults, and stained glass illustrating local myths. Material palettes use basalt, aged timber, and wrought iron. The aim is to convey danger, hierarchy, and superstition rather than realistic defense or comfort. Clockpunk. Clockpunk reimagines Renaissance engineering with gear-driven tech. Timber frames and clay roofs hide brass orreries, weight-powered lifts, and wind-up automata. Public squares feature astronomical clocks, water drives forges, and facades carry reliefs of cogs and sun disks. The aesthetic highlights precision craftsmanship and scientific curiosity before the steam age, celebrating springs, escapements, and measured time. Teslapunk. Teslapunk holds society at the dawn of alternating current. City skylines show copper coils, ceramic insulators, and glass vacuum tubes glowing violet at night. Wardenclyffe towers beam wireless power to tram lines, while linear motor elevators glide through Art Nouveau atria. Electricity is public spectacle as much as utility, marketed as an endless civic resource rather than a private commodity. Afrofuturist. Afrofuturist design fuses Pan-African patterns with advanced tech. Towers mimic baobab trunks, cladding uses solar textiles woven like kente, and ventilation borrows from termite mounds. Elevated maglev routes trace historic trade paths, while shared courtyards support farming and craft markets. The style pairs cultural continuity with climate resilience and tech sovereignty, imagining futures built on local knowledge and global capability. Subnautical Artifice. Undersea settlements rely on pressurized glass ceramic domes or coral-grown shells. Flexible tube corridors connect housing, labs, and kelp farms. Airlocks serve as docks for submersibles, tidal turbines power microgrids, and fiber optic bundles pipe daylight below. Structures adjust buoyancy to ride out storms, creating a movable skyline that rises for maintenance and sinks for safety in deep water. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. It really helps push it out to more people. Also, I checked the analytics and only 6.5% of viewers are subscribed. So if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Which fictional architectural style should I cover next?